Yo, what's going on? Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host, Jan. I do hope you're doing well. I really do hope that. I'm trying the handheld mic. Nini FC style, my homie. And I feel like I can chill, relax a bit more. Look, I'm wearing the beautiful kit. Like, I can stand up. Why not? Holding a handheld mic. I can go over here. Sort of crouch down. Look at this beautiful garm. Now I'm wearing this shirt. Who knows? Maybe I'll score 5 times tonight. I apologize for that. I'm not going out forever at home. Anyway, welcome back to the channel of Football Therapy. Thanks for joining me. Thank you, as always, for supporting the content. Really do appreciate it. I hope this audio comes out alright. It looks okay on the meter, so I hope it's okay. Thanks for joining me. Thank you for liking and subscribing. We're speaking about the Cole Palmer injury, the Cucurella contract extension, which is done. Apparently. I just realised I somehow managed to put the... Hold on. Yeah, there we go. I wedged my play button up there, just trying to get it in the background. To try and remind you, man, to subscribe. Did you know, I said this the other day, I got to 100,000 subscribers in the first, 12 months, whatever it was, being on YouTube. In the following 5 years, I haven't managed to replicate that. So, yeah. If you could subscribe, that's great. Cole Palmer, Cucurella, contract extension. I wonder if I have to turn that a little bit, the meter. Right, cool. Anyway, and also, just speak about the attack. Could Joao Pedro be the best? I mean, also there's some more transfer news as well on Chukwuemeka and Anselmino going to Borussia Dortmund. So yeah, let's go. I must say, sitting back here with I see why Nini does it sometimes. Hey, how you doing? Any couples in tonight? Who's drinking? I'd be an awful comic. Let's start off with Cucurella. He has signed a new contract extension. He himself confirmed it, I believe, to the BBC. He said it's done. He was like, yeah, it's done. Thank you so much. Hopefully we'll have a good season. I'm thankful Chelsea are, supporting me. I wonder what, there's no details of the terms. There's been no official announcement. Is he getting a longer contract? Is he gonna get more money? Because he was already on one of the wage structure salaries. I just realized maybe my fan's blowing on the microphone, which would be disastrous. I think he was on good wages anyway. Do you know what I mean? So it'll be very interesting to see what happens there. Look, he's one of the older players, Cucurella. We signed him when he was 20? How old is he now? Cucurella. He's 27. Just turned 27. So maybe we did a new 5-year deal. And I back Cucurella to be good at 32. Playable at least. Because remember, they want to buy young players, but they want to keep players together. If Cucurella is still doing the job at 32, I don't think Chelsea are going to be like, get him out of the lineup, don't play him. I think, they would keep buying young players. Maybe Hatter becomes amazing or whatever. Maybe, he wins some stuff, multiple Premier Leagues with Chelsea, Champions Leagues, and he's like, you know what? I want to go and play for a Spanish team, go back to Spain, to Getafe or somewhere, and we're like, yeah, nice one, off you pop. But, probably can only be a good thing. He's an excellent operator, plays all over the gaff, on the left-hand side. And, yeah, very, very happy. And there's confirmation from Hombre himself. All right, I've got to move that closer. I'm having a great time with this microphone. It's a whole new world. Although we'll be more inclined to sing, which is not necessarily good news for you guys. Let's talk about Cole Palmer's injury. Apparently, no Palmer, no problem. Rival fans to Chelsea have been highlighting the fact how he scored one open play goal in a very long time. But we know, as Chelsea fans, he has been playing well. He was excellent in the Club World Cup, and he's just an excellent footballer. Now, it turns out he wasn't injured in the warm-up. He felt something, but it's something that's been going on for a few days. It's a groin injury or a tightness, maybe needs to be evaluated. It does seem like it was precautionary. I do wonder if that was a final against West Ham away, he would have just played anyway. It does seem precautionary, but it does seem like a time to eject him from your fantasy Premier League teams. We go Fulham away next weekend. Look, I know we're all terribly excited, rightly, about the 5-0 win, and I'm going to speak about that in just a moment a bit more. But at the same time, like, Cole Palmer's our best player. Maresca said it in the press conference, and he was right to say it. Look, Cole is our best player. He is our best player. Just watch him dancing around the PSG team and cooking them to, a crisp in that Club World Cup final. He's different gravy granules. He's mustard. He's all the condiments. So, yeah, man. Look, Palmer, rest, bro. I will be selling you on FPL. I believe in you. You're going to come back. You're going to get all the goals and assists. But, like, for the moment, just chill, bro. You play a lot of football, yeah. He might not even be called up for England. I mean, Tuchel will obviously, as soon as he's fit, call him up because he's not a sausage. Or is he? I'm not sure these days. Maybe he is becoming a bit of a Bratwurst, Tuchel. Hopefully not, because I want England to win the World Cup. Yeah, man, it's a groin injury. It's not something just from the warm-up in the game against West Ham. It has been there for a little while. A niggling injury, if you will, but let's hope it's just loosens off in the next few days. He can dance against Fulham, because, a Chelsea fan, like we are, feasting. But I do want Cole Palmer to get, lots of goals and assists for Chelsea. I want him to be a Chelsea great. I want him to break records. I love Palmer. I think he's funny. He's a great character. He's an amazing player. I want him to want to be at Chelsea for a long time. So I'm always, it could be like, yeah, we're not Cole Palmer FC, just sit down for a while. No, I want him to come back in, and I want him to be the main character again. But a main character of a Galactico West London Cowboys superstar team. That's what I'm here for. So anyway, we'll see what happens there. All right, baby. So, Patrick Berger, the Bundesliga, not the Bundesliga, but the Deutschland Sky reporter, the correspondent for Sky Sports, does all the German stuff. He does Die Show, which obviously is D Show. And he has said he's given up updates regarding Chelsea's negotiations with Borussia Dortmund. I could probably do new stuff. I'm having such fun. I'm out here outside Stamford Bridge. Chelsea are apparently negotiating terms between Borussia Dortmund for two of their players, Carney Chukwuemeka on a permanent sale, and Aaron Nelson Mino, the young, I believe, is he Argentinian? My word, I can't. South American defender. It sounds like the old announcements when they do the scores. Chelsea 2, Sheffield Wednesday 0. Yeah, so look, this actually is good. Apparently the package for Carney Chukwuemeka for a permanent sale to Borussia Dortmund is £21 million. Great British pounds sterling, which I think is roundabouts the money we paid for him. The voice gets higher, uncertain, because that would mean get your money back, which is great. That would mean book profit, because we've had him for a little while. And that would mean good business, because apparently there's a healthy sell-on clause. And healthy sell-on clauses are good, because it means you make money. And I said it in a recent video, Borussia Dortmund is so good at selling players for big profs. Let's give some examples. Haaland, Bellingham, Sancho, Ousmane Dembele. There you go. There is some amazing examples, and others. Other examples are available. So, a £21 million Carney Chukwuemeka might play for Dortmund for 2 or 3 years, do really well, maybe not go to Real Madrid or Barcelona or whatever, but maybe he goes to a Bayern. They like to buy within. Or like an Atletico, just a high-profile Champions League club that can pay a bit more money. Chelsea get a healthy sell-on clause. He would represent a good purchase and good business for Chelsea. Great! Fun stuff. And of course, it's just another sale out the door. We've done an incredible amount of business. We've reached I don't know. We could push 300 million in sales. By this end of the summer. Of course, I'm not going to speak about it today, well, not directly with news updates of Simons and Garnacho. We've done that to death, but I want to speak about our attack generally. And also, this is to finish on this segment, so Carney, great. And Silmino on a straight loan to Borussia Dortmund. Great loan. Also, I really like how, excuse me, how Maresca is just like, yeah. They got to be sold. They got to be loaned. He's clearly got an agreement with the PR team and the sporting directors. Like, I'm just going to be real here. If they ask me about other players, I'll be like, they don't belong to us. That's the manager's line, yada, yada, yada. But he'll be like, Sterling, Chilwell, you know, they need to go. They're not part of the project. Anselmino needs to go on loan. You know, Jackson and Kunku, yeah, are probably going to sell him. You know, Glasner... You know, everyone knew Eze was going to Arsenal when he was like, he's got a tummy ache or something like that. Maresca's like, nah, I can't be asked to lie. Straight up about it all. Look, man, make no bones about it. Borussia Dortmund is an excellent loan destination playing in the Champions League. Ferran Anselmino goes there and gets minutes. That would be great for Chelsea. All right, so let's talk about our attack. Let's wax lyrical just a little bit, because we did have 5 different goal scorers. And yes, I do know, one was a defender in Trev, but, you know, they all count in set-piece goals. They're in you know, maybe Bernardo Cueva, the centre-back set-piece coach, is finally earning his salary at Chelsea. You know, again, I always reference that when we got Cueva in, JJ Bull of The Athletic was like, yeah, he's a genius. And I was like, cool, let's carry on scoring the goals that we do, but add the set-piece goals that Arsenal always score, you know, or indeed Brentford. They never came, but maybe this is the season. But the attack looks great, man. You know, it does look great. People were digging out Liam Delap for, like, not assisting and scoring and whatever in a game where, you know, of course there was 5 different goal scorers. I think, you know, some players assisted as well as scored. I believe, obviously, Joao Pedro, possibly Enzo Fernandez as well. But there was 10 different goal involvements on the table. And the starting striker and Liam Delap didn't get one. But I think it's unfair. I think he was crucial in a couple of goals in the role he played. Selfless running. And yeah, he'll want to score. He's clearly one of those strikers that are just desperate to score goals, which is great, by the way. Really, really good. A striker who wants to score goals is a good trait. But I think he had a very underrated performance. Slightly more rated, as since people have reflected on that, you know, that match, that result, a lot more people are saying, well, actually, if you look at what he did, it was important, yada, yada, yada. Maybe he didn't get a high, you know, FOTMob's, you know, sofa score rating or whatever. But he played well. I reckon he played well. So, yeah. And then everyone behind him cooked. Do you know what I mean? Enzo Fernandez crashing the box. He's scoring yet another goal. He's continuing clear. I mean, Maresca himself spoke so much about what he wants Fernandez to do as an attacker. Getting into the box and scoring those goals. Second game of the season away in a London derby. Yes. All the caveats about West Ham being terrible. He did it. We still cooked him. We still were ruthless. We still surgically dismantled the Cockneys. It was lovely stuff. And I think Gittins, you know, it looks probably like he'll need the most time, which is crazy, really, because he's played like over 100 appearances in a top 5 league in Europe, including Champions League. But I think stylistically, I think the natural fearless talent of Stevau will carry him through. But I do want to just spend a minute, man, and I know I've said this on social media, on my Instagram, but I want, and like possibly here as well, but Joao Pedro, I think, could be the signing of the season, man. Everyone got terribly excited. Ekitike scored an assist on his debut, and yes, he might continue to do really well, bearing in mind he cost a lot more than Joao Pedro. You know, Reinders had a great first game for City, but then they just got absolutely slapped by Spurs. Must be a horrible feeling. I couldn't imagine what that's like. You know, others, Cunha and Obama look good. They haven't done anything yet. But the truth is, Joao Pedro's already, like, he was slam dunked into the Chelsea lineup. He moonwalked into our lineup in America in the Club World Cup. We got him off, like, the Copacabana on a party somewhere. We pulled him off a Brazilian beach when he was, like, kicking the ball around. Threw him into this Maresca team, and he was absolutely brilliant. A catalyst. And he's picked up already, you know. He's superb against West Ham. And it wasn't a fluke against a terrible team, because we saw him be excellent against Paris Saint-Germain, the quadruple winners. I think he's going to prove to be excellent. He's already played in a multitude of positions for Chelsea. He'll continue to do so. He's so intelligent. He does seem like the best false nine in the Premier League since Roberto Firmino, but I think he'll get more goals. I think he'll, unlike Firmino, he'll be better in the air. We've seen him score multiple headers already, and you know, of course, we're all waiting. This is why I wanted to quickly just praise the attack. You know, all of them, yeah, because we're waiting for two high-profile attackers and goal scorers to leave in Nkunku and Jackson, and we're waiting for both high-profile attackers to join in Garnacho and Simons. Garnacho is high-profile. Say what you want, man. He is, you know. So, amidst all that, it's not like, oh my God, we got to get this over the line. We got to do this. Like, you know, say at Tottenham when they're desperate for Gibbs White, or, you know, Eze's gone to Arsenal, or whoever. We're cool, bro. Do you know what I mean? I think we're fine. You know, Santos is seen as an attacking player as well. We're light on the left-hand side. Pedro Neto, I gave him, I know the man of the match was split yesterday between Estevao and Joao Pedro for great reasons, but for me personally, because of how good he's been, I just wanted to give it to Pedro Neto. Just constant selfless runs, constant defensive contributions, you know, regular goal scorer and assister, both sides, 100% trusted on the right wing and the left wing. Superb. So, you know, you've got Gittins, you've got Neto, you've even got Palmer, who's had a few good games playing on the sort of inside left. Like, it's kind of okay. I mean, we obviously waiting updates on Tyreek George as well, but I'm feeling pretty good about it all. Guys, what do you think? What do you think of the microphone stance? Hit that sweet, sweet bell, baby. It's pretty good, right? Different. I like it. Let me know what you think. Thanks for joining me. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. Let's get to 200k. Just eventually. It's been a glacial drip how slow it's been, but I feel like we can do it together. And yeah, also, if you want a little bit more of moi, different content, of course, I have daily content on the second channel, in my living room, different media devices, different camera. Go check it out. Search Football Yannick on YouTube. Alright, I'm out. Look after yourselves. Peace.